You've heard of the cost of living crisis. Now get ready for the cost of working crisis. Tell me more. As employers herd staff back to the office with few perks, workers are concerned about what it'll cost them. And rightly so. Especially if you had an hour plus commute and you were working from home, you saved yourself multiple hours a day, not to mention all the gas money. Yeah, we're at the point now where if you have a job that can be done remote and your boss refuses to let you do it remote, then okay, fine. So so the 2 hours I spent driving are going to be on the clock. That's going to be company time. You're also going to pay for my gas. Why would I pay you just for coming to work? Because I can do this work remotely. If you must have my physical presence here, you're going to pay me for it. Just people are going to have to start negotiating like that. So we all must have experienced the deepening cost of living crisis firsthand by now. But according to new research, there's a cost of working crisis too, as employers insist staff return back to the office. Yeah, middle managers they know their jobs are on the line, so they're desperately trying to get people back. In its digital etiquette, reinventing work report, digital transformation specialist Adaptivist quizzed almost 3,500 professionals in the U.S., Airstrip One, Straya, and Canada about their views about hybrid versus office work, productivity, collaboration, isolation, communication tools, health and well-being, and the future of work. I mean, if you go far enough in the future, you'll be dead and you won't be working. Adaptivist found that of the 1,200 plus Airstrip One employees surveyed, inflation and shocking cost of living increases have folded into the new cost of working crisis, affecting not only where they work, but how. Although the cost of working from home is increasing with stomach-turning energy bills, 44% of Brits responded that they are worried about the additional cost of working in an office if they return full-time. Yeah, all the wear and tear on your vehicle, the gas money, the time you waste. Hell yeah, that's you can't make that back. So of the 38% that said they were anxious about returning to the office, 35% said that anxiety was due to the commute. Everyone has felt the pang of stupidity and traveling to work and to be able to afford traveling to work. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, no, the price of gas keeps going up, so I need to get another job just so I can afford to keep going to work. And according to Office of National Statistics, the annual increase for transport in the Airstrip 1 was 15.1%. As a result, 29% say they'd want to see a commute reimbursement and free parking as a carrot that would get them back to the office full time. Yep, that's pretty much what I just said, isn't it? Okay, I'm willing to negotiate if you want me back in the office. Yeah, the time I spent commuting is on the clock. So if I work 8 hours a day, but I spend 3 commuting, you're getting 5 out of me. No exceptions. And you're going to pay me for the gas too, right? Yeah, you could just let me keep working from home and not have to worry about it. Now, the transformation of work over the last few years has been long-lasting, but will also continue to evolve. Just as employees have grown accustomed to questioning the level of flexibility and freedom the organization provides, they're now understandably considering the costs associated with heading back to the office, working from home, or a combination of the two. Yeah, just be wary of those job listings that promise 100% remote and then back down. Whether these costs are mental, emotional, or financial, employees and employers need to find new equilibrium between business as usual and the way people want to work now. One that supports the well-being as well as creating value for customers. Meanwhile, the flexibility of working from home has allowed respondents to supplement their income with freelance gigs or additional hours as a recession looms, studying or opportunities they feel will be stripped by mandatory office schedule. Now, that is true as well. Oh my God. Yeah. All the time I'd waste commuting. I wouldn't be able to be here on YouTube. I wouldn't be able to be on Twitch. Wouldn't be able to work on my other projects. Oh, fuck no. Yes. So that's something you need to factor into your equation. Like they want to take time away from your other projects. So charge accordingly. Some 28% plan to take on additional work, and 16% already have, with 51% citing increase income of £6,000 to £12,000 annually. It's clear why some would not want to lose this. If I was doing something with that time that was making me like $13,000 a year extra, I wouldn't even consider going back to the office unless they gave me at least $13,000 for that. The downside of these ventures is that they could cause burnout. Adaptivists say 31% of British employees are so overwhelmed with work that they don't have time to talk to colleagues. Most colleagues aren't worth talking to. While 89% say in-person communication with coworkers is critical or important, extroverts. This could contribute to loneliness or isolation, though more than half professionals have not accessed their employers' mental health resources. Psychotherapist or psychotherapist Petra Velsberg commented, often we find our mental health and well-being resources do exist within organizations, but communication about them is poor and awareness is low. And even if they know, no one wants to be seen as using it because fuck, man, that could get you on the quick list for a layoff. Oh, RGE over there is having mental issues because he's using the mental health resources. Shit, we better get rid of him. An effective employee assistance program and communication strategy is essential to ensure companies and employees have the right tools in place. It's only half the solution. We need to proactively combat loneliness by creating a culture of connection. So basically, you want to drag us introverts back into hell, right? With mental health and well-being at the forefront. You know what will be good for my mental health is if you didn't do this. Companies need to prioritize mental health before people start struggling, not after. Well, we're telling you not to do this. So better or worse, if 43% of respondents in either hybrid or remote positions, this flexibility could be coming to an end as employers begin to mandate a return to office. Whether driven by recession, the need to control or boost productivity, near 3/4 of British workers said that return to the office would negate all, some, or the most important of their workplace freedoms. This has pushed more than a third to look for a new job elsewhere. However, 66% of those who quit as part of the pandemic-inspired Great Resignation said they either regret or sometimes regret their decision, so proceed with caution. Yeah, you have to have a plan. So among the tech companies herding workers back to HQ are BT, Apple, and Google, which all mandated 3 together to wherever, as BT puts it, model. 3 days in the office, 2 remote. On the other hand, Red Hat has no qualms about staff working remote for the foreseeable future. Amazon said it has no hard return to office planned. I mean, if you're in a warehouse, you're already there. Dell envisions 60% of the staff staying away, and Salesforce believes office mandates are never going to work. They're right. At the more disturbing end, Workday CEO Anil Bursky famously said maybe 5 days is too much family time. 1 or 2 days is good enough, when explaining why staff had to come back in. Now, that could actually be a legitimate argument if you have coworkers that are incapable of separating their work time. I can believe that. So time for a 4-day week. Now, Adaptivists also asked professionals their take on a future employment. 60% say they were working the same hours as before the pandemic. More than 60% wanted to see the end of the 40-hour work week, with 49% angling for a 4-day schedule. Well, you realize you're probably going to get it, but it'll be 10 hours a day instead of 8. Almost a quarter of those surveyed said employers already offer 4 days. This allows a huge Airstrip One pilot of the schedule shakeup. 3,000 workers across 10 companies between June to December. At the halfway point of the pilot, 88% of the companies that responded said the 4-day week is going well for their business. That's good. 46% said productivity has stayed the same, and 86% say they're extremely likely to retain the 4-day week policy. If you can get away with it, do it, man. Tool fatigue. Oh, shit, the tools are getting fatigued. A survey also looked at communication and productivity tools, with Brits frequently experiencing tool fatigue. This was most acutely felt by asynchronous workers, those on a team who does not require all members to be online simultaneously, who had tool fatigue rates twice that of synchronous workers. Just over half the employees said they lose time due to task switching. Oh, yes. Holy shit, yes. That's probably the biggest time waster for me. If I'm working on one project and my boss pings me every 5 minutes and pulls me away for something else, every 5-minute distraction probably costs me like half an hour of progress. And he doesn't seem to understand that. And 41% complained that their organization has too many tools that do the same thing. So that's what layoffs are for. Sorry. Email remains to be the most used communication method for at work for 31%, followed by in-person talking, and then collaboration tools like Slack as primary communication method. However, those working asynchronously, larger companies, more than 250 employees, will likely to use such tools, with Teams 75% and Zoom 53% considered essential for collaboration. Yeah, that's true for us. Yeah, we're definitely in that latter bit.